Welcome to Tiger Talk, your source for information about your hometown and surrounding area. Tiger Talk is brought to you by Whistle Stop Donuts, Strain Beans Coffee House, and Mrs. McLovett's Cupcakes on Lower Main in Princeton. Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Katie's, delicious homemade goodness, and Perry's Floors and More.
Make the morning great with a stop at Whistle Stop Donuts on West Main Street in Princeton. Whistle Stop makes their donuts fresh daily, and they're ready on your way to work or school. They have a wide variety of fresh donuts, so you can surprise the office with a dozen delicious donuts. And remember, after 11 a.m., donuts are only $5 per dozen through August 8th. Stop by Whistle Stop today and enjoy a donut or a dozen. They're open 5 a.m. to noon, Monday through Saturday. Whistle Stop Donuts on West Main in Princeton.
All right, and it is Tiger Talk Thursday, and that means it is our business spotlight. And have pleasure welcoming Scott Evans into the studio. Scott Evans with Adams Breezy Hill Farm. How you doing this morning, sir?
Doing good, Ty.
All right, great to have you here. This is our business spotlight, and I know it's a very busy weekend for you because
Yes,
you are having a Solarbration in conjunction with the eclipse.
Yes, sir, we are. Gosh darn, we've been planning this thing since last year. I think it was actually my father-in-law, David Adams. He came in the restaurant one day, probably last summer, last fall, and said, "Do you realize how many people are going to be in this area and, for this eclipse next year?" And we're like, "Well, yeah, we've heard a little bit." He's like, "No, there's going to be a lot." So that kind of started us off, and Christina and I started planning what we're calling Solarbration. We've got arts and crafts vendors going to be at the restaurant starting tomorrow morning at 10:30. They'll be there from 10:30 in the morning until 8:30 that evening, our regular hours as far as dinner, 10:30 to 2:30, 4:30 to 8:30, but they'll still be there between 2:30 and 4:30. We've got live entertainment starting tomorrow night. Justin Reynolds Band will be there Friday evening at 6:30. I've got Riding Shotgun. I'm sorry, let's back that up. Riding Shotgun's Friday night. Justin Reynolds is Saturday night. And then I've got Chris Rogers going to be there Sunday night. We're going to be open on Sunday. Our regular lunch and dinner hours, 10:30 to 2:30, 4:30 to 8:30, which is not something we do very often.
I was just say that's not an every Sunday thing.
No,
there.
It's not. It's funny though. Christina and I were in the restaurant this past Sunday. We were trying to get our food order together, and of course it was kind of a major ordeal.
Sure.
For this week, not knowing exactly what
you don't know how many
need.
people. Yeah,
Right.
I mean you got some reservations in some parts, but
well, I would say in the course of probably an hour that we were there, I know 4 cars pulled in the parking lot to see if we were open. I mean, we could stay busy on Sunday, but gosh darn, I need a day off.
well, sure, and that's a good day of rest. That's
Exactly.
That's what you kind of take it for. Well, let's talk a little bit. There's been kind of an evolution, so to speak, of the restaurant, the Breezy, so to speak, and let's talk about kind of the idea of how it got started, and then since you and Christina have kind of been together and you've been in,
Right.
There's been sort of a different direction and a different vision,
Right.
but it's been all good.
Yes, most definitely. The restaurant was basically the brainchild of David Adams. He's got a little 15-acre farm out to Cadiz Road, and he had retired from Calvert City several years before that, and he farmed on his 15 acres, plus I think he did some farming on his father's property, which is an old dairy farm that Christina and I live on out Hopkinsville Road. And so he had a pretty large garden out at his place, and he was harvesting his vegetables and throwing them on his wagon and taking them to, bringing them to town every summer. And One year he decided he was tired of taking his vegetables and hauling them to town. He thought, well, I'll just build me a vegetable stand right out here next to the house. Well, so he started out doing that. As Christina tells the story, Mom and I looked out the door of the house one day, and all of a sudden there's 4 stakes in the ground. And we walk over and like, well, what are you doing? He's like, I'm building a vegetable stand.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of turned into. He asked Christina a little later, after he'd gotten started building it, if she might be interested in opening up a restaurant, just a small restaurant, serve lunch. And she had operated a restaurant downtown several years before.
And it was a good one. I mean,
Yeah.
it's coffee house and a restaurant.
Open Hearth Cafe. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
darling, I don't remember exactly the name. I wasn't here. But
it was good, I can tell you, because I
right.
used to go there a lot.
And I've always heard good things about it. So anyway, they built this 36 by 36 building out beside David and Karen's house, and opened up it was actually August of 2011 when they opened. And so things went well after a while. Of course, the restaurant's located a little on the outskirts. We're not on the main drag on 62 here where most all the other restaurants are. So it took a little time. But it eventually caught on and just continued to grow. And then a couple years later, David decides to put on another 36 by 36 edition. So he did that and started opening for dinner Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings. And it's, just kind of steadily grown from there pretty much by word of mouth. Mm-hmm. Over the last year, we've actually. I came to work at the restaurant in January of 15, and I guess summer of last year, 16, we started talking about doing an addition, and that changed several different times as far as where it was going to go and how big it was going to be or how small it was going to be or whatever. So we finally got ground broken in, I guess it was May, 1st of June of this year, just a few months ago. And we are just this close to being done.
Yeah.
We were hoping to be done by this weekend and get it open. We'll actually have, we won't have additional tables, so to speak, in the addition. Although we will have a few small tables, because inside we'll have Christina's planning like a French country bakery. We'll have cold desserts, room temperature desserts. We'll have the cabinets out front that'll display those.
Wow!
And then we'll also have an ice cream cabinet out there. So
Pop's ice cream.
Exactly. So if you just want to come in and get a cup of coffee. She's actually going to have coffee.
Now you're talking.
There's a guy down in Paducah. I apologize, I can't remember Dan's last name, but it's called Righteous Roast. Mm-hmm. And he imports coffee beans from around the world, and he roasts them locally in Paducah. And so I believe he's going to be providing our coffee for us there in the addition, in the what we call the bakery. Then we'll also have a gift shop. Of course, Christina's done that before too.
Right.
She'll have all kinds of things, from very small things to probably furniture. We'll have a new waiting area, which we've not had other than our front porch.
Right.
But of course, that's kind of hard to do in December.
Sure.
When it's 20 degrees outside.
You'll be able to accommodate folks to come inside. Of course, look at your mercantile and
right.
your merchandise, and then maybe just enjoy a cup of coffee before dinner.
Sure.
And that sounds really cool. I mean, it's kind of becoming a destination, so to speak. Yeah,
it has. We, as a matter of fact, it's funny. I just saw Danny Beavers. He was out at the restaurant yesterday, and he said I was coming back from Cadiz one evening. It was on either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday evening. And he said, I just happened to pull in the parking lot. I slowed down and I pulled in the parking lot specifically for, he was looking at all the cars in the parking lot and looking at their license plates.
Right.
And he said very few of them were from Caldwell County. Most of them were from surrounding counties, even some Tennessee plates and whatnot. And so That's kind of the understanding with people, is that it's kind of become, a destination place.
It is, and whether you like to admit it or not, because a lot of your traffic is not from here.
No, it's not. I mean, we do get local support.
Sure.
We do.
But you'd always take more.
Well, most definitely we would. Like I say, we get local support from the community. It's not as large as we would like to see. Yeah. It's not your everyday, restaurant either.
Right. It's not like you're going out there and
right.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
but we have basically thrived on word of mouth.
Yeah.
And it's allowed us to kind of steadily grow, and grow into this building, and who knows what else is down the road.
Awesome. Let's take a quick break. We're going to take a String Beans coffee break and a Miss McLovett's cupcake break. And speaking of Miss McLovett's, go to her Facebook and Instagram and check out her flavors of the week. You can always do that. And we talked about she's got a nice sitting area between there and the Art Guild. You can sit out there on a pretty day and enjoy a cupcake and a cup of coffee. Just a nice atmosphere down there on Lower Main. But we're going to come back and talk to Scott Evans. We're talking about Adams Breezy Hill Farm. We're spotlighting them today, our Thursday Tiger Talk. It's our business spotlight. We're going to come back and talk about some of their menu items and also about their Solarbration that's going on with their vendors starting tomorrow and throughout the weekend, and their change in hours somewhat for the total solar eclipse. We'll be back right here on Tiger Talk on your hometown radio station, WPKY, The Tiger.
String Beans Coffee House in downtown Princeton specializes in made-to-order espresso drinks, hot, over ice, or frozen. They serve lunch Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 2. Like them on Facebook to view their weekly menu. They also rent out the back room for birthday parties, anniversary parties, and baby showers. That's String Beans Coffee House, 108 East Main Street, Princeton. Give them a call, 270-365-0550.
Shh. It's Princeton's best-kept secret.
Pardon me?
Mrs. McLovett's Cupcakes in downtown Princeton. It's truly the best-kept secret in Princeton. Come down and enjoy a delicious homemade cupcake made from scratch and only from the finest ingredients. While downtown, enjoy a sweet treat on the patio in front of our shop. It's a delightful way to spend a moment with a friend or someone you love. Check out Instagram and Facebook for the Mrs. McLovett's Flavor of the Week. Mrs. McLovett's Cupcakes on Lower Main in Princeton, where there's always room for a cupcake. Phone 270-963-2544 to place an order.
And we are back here on Tiger Talk at 8:17 at Ty Bright, and I've got Scott Evans in studio today. We're talking about Adams Breezy Hill Farm, 139 South in Princeton. And, man, I tell you, they've got a celebration that's going on. It all begins tomorrow. They're going to have vendors out there. They've got several bands and live music. And, of course, they've got a delicious menu items and all kinds of things. And, Scott, let's talk about some of your feature items on your menu. You have some unique items, but you've got some regular things, too.
Right, I do. We have everything from burgers and sandwiches as far as lunch is concerned. We've got a pear pork tenderloin sandwich that has red pepper mayo, homemade pimento cheese, tuna salad, and chicken salad. We've got some great burgers, fresh salads. We've got also for lunch on Thursday, Fridays, we do our endless pizza, $9.99, all the pizza you can eat, and a side salad. That starts 10:30 to 2:30, Thursday and Friday. And then Thursday evening, we do endless pizza. Comes with all the pizza you can eat, side salad, and a scoop of Pop's homemade ice cream for $12.99. We just make pizzas and bring them out to the table, and you can either take a slice or 5 or pass.
And let's talk about the pizza because it is true brick oven pizza. And, I mean, if you like brick oven pizza, I mean, it is fantastic. Some of the best pizza I've ever had. You've got a little bit of that smoky, woody flavor to it, and man, it just gives a little extra.
Well, and I think the obvious thing there is the wood. It is a wood-fired.
Yeah, that's right.
Brick oven pizza. Of course, there's a lot of brick ovens out there, but not all of them are wood-fired.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got to keep a fire. Actually, when Pops usually starts the fire in the morning on Thursday, and he can. You have to add to it.
Sure.
Add to it throughout the day, and and into the night, and he can usually come in Friday morning, throw a couple pieces on it, and there's still some hot coals in there.
Ready to go for more pizza.
For lunch on Friday and more pizza.
Yeah, and it's neat because he's actually out there working that thing. He's putting the pizzas in, and I mean, he's working it. I mean, he takes pride in it too.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Same with the ice cream.
Most definitely. He's up at 5 o'clock in the morning making ice cream.
Yeah, and recently had the butter pecan. It's fantastic.
It's good. It's good stuff. I mean, he doesn't skimp on the calories
no,
as far as the recipe's concerned.
No, we were making fun. And then, of course, you've got delicious steaks and chicken.
We've tried. We only carry one steak, and that's a 16-ounce ribeye. And over the years, we have tried.
Hard to beat it.
Several different things. We had a porterhouse for a while. It was kind of hot and cold. We've done sirloins and several different things. And, you can't beat the taste of a good cut of meat.
No, you can't.
Cooked right with the right spices and marinade and whatnot on it. Throw a little garlic butter on top of it.
I say you serve all yours with there's a good melted garlic butter on top. And
it's got garlic butter on
just
top.
Tops it up nice. You don't need any steak sauce or ketchup to eat one of your steaks.
We almost get offended when
That's what I'm saying.
comes back and asks for
a steak sauce or
someone
something.
needs some steak sauce, please.
Yeah. Because
did you ask them to try it first?
Right. Because to really enjoy a delicious steak like that, just eat it as it comes.
That's
right.
And
if it's cooked to how you want it, however you want to eat your steak.
We cook it on a charcoal grill out back. We've got a big, large, probably 4x8 charcoal grill outside that David actually built, and cook all our steaks, all our pork chops, 1.25-inch pork chops. We've actually had on occasion where we've sold out of pork chops and had a table come in. They had this happen a couple of weekends ago. Had a table come in and sat down, and the waitress came up to them and got their drink order and came back and said, "Oh, by the way, just let you know that we've sold out of pork chops." They all got up and left, and that happens. Unfortunately, in the restaurant business, if you had a crystal ball, it'd make it a lot easier.
They wanted the pork chop,
and you'd make a lot more money. But right, exactly.
Well, yeah, and it is, and I would think that with this unpredictability of crowds that might be coming in, it's probably hard to order food and try to estimate because some of that stuff only lasts so long. You don't want to get too much.
Exactly.
Exactly. But
folks, it's a fine line.
Yeah, it is. Folks that are listening out there and are hearing us, obviously they can tell that you all put your heart and soul into this, and it's a family business.
Yes.
And what else would you want somebody to take away from what they're hearing here about Adams Breezy Hill Farm? Not only that the food's great, it's a family business, but what do you want folks to really know about what you guys do out there and the experience of dining?
Well, I think, and I'll just share with you what others have shared with us. And I think it's the atmosphere in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
You're not watching cars pass by, or hearing traffic noise, and I mean we're set on a 15-acre farm.
Mm-hmm.
We're set out. Often as I give directions, people call and how do you get there? Well, you go out Legion Drive that turns into Cadiz Road, which is 139. You pass the food giant in the ballpark, and all of a sudden you're hit with corn and bean fields. And,
That's right.
And then all of a sudden it'll pop up on the right.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's a little hard to find for people who aren't familiar with the area, but I really think that's the main thing. It's good homemade food that we do put our heart and soul into. We never want anyone to leave unsatisfied. And we'll do everything that we can to satisfy everyone that walks in our door.
Yeah, and I think as far as when you get a plate of food out there, I've noticed. Nice large portions. If you get a sandwich out there, you get a sandwich.
You get a sandwich.
Yeah, if you the unlimited pizza, everything you get there when you get what you pay for.
Exactly.
And I'm sure that's how you want it. But it's quality. And, you're not going to find too many things out there. And it's unique. There's some items out there that are unique. Some of your breads. Right. I think there's a sandwich out there you've got. It's the raspberry. It's on the some raspberry.
The Cranberry Club.
Cranberry, yeah, that's right. The Cranberry Club. That's it. Yeah.
It's got a homemade cranberry.
Yes.
Cranberry mayo sauce on it.
Yep. That's it.
And then we actually it's served on sourdough. homemade sourdough.
Yes.
We have local Amish lady who makes all our sourdough bread for us, and always does a wonderful job. And
That's a heck of a sandwich. I
It
mean, you can't
really
eat it
is.
all. I mean, I like to eat, and I'm a big eater. But I mean, when I eat that sandwich, I'm like, man, I don't know if I can finish it.
Yeah, it's a lot of food, and it always surprises me because I'm an eater too. But generally, when I go to a restaurant, I mean, I can only eat what's in front of me, and when it comes time for the server to come around and ask, well, do you want some dessert? I'm I'm full.
That's right.
We sell a heck of a lot of dessert.
Yeah, and they as you mentioned, they're homemade.
Exactly.
And it's going to be nice when you get this new addition, the bakery, so to speak, where someone can come in. They might not want to they might not come for lunch or dinner. It might be they just need a break to just get away. They'll be able to sit down, maybe enjoy something sweet and a cup of coffee.
Right.
But then again, they look at the menu and they go, well, maybe we'll come back for dinner.
Right.
But that's what a nice addition. And then your mercantile, what all your wares that you're going to have in there, it will be a place where people can come and browse if they are having to maybe wait. If you've got it, then they'll have a place to take a look. I don't want to call it a Cracker Barrel, of course. We don't want to go there because it's unique. But it will have a good country, nice feel to it where you're welcomed and can come in and browse and just enjoy everything that the Breezy has to offer.
Right. Well, Christine has always said that our customers will tell us the direction that we take our business. And we didn't just wake up one day and decide, hey, let's open up a mercantile.
Right.
It has evolved from customers even coming in. Where's your gift shop at?
Yeah.
Where's your gift shop?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have one. So and that's how
That's how it's
if
evolved.
If you pay attention to what people say, and the questions that they ask, then they will lead you in the direction.
A lot of wisdom there.
Exactly.
A lot of wisdom there.
Exactly.
Well, I know you're excited. Let's again talk about Solarbration this weekend. We've got the vendors that are going to set up tomorrow.
Vendors will be setting up tomorrow morning. Actually, we're setting up tents this afternoon or this morning.
Mm-hmm.
We're setting up tents this morning, and our vendors will be ready to go at 10:30 in the morning. We've got a wide variety of vendors, clothes, artists, furniture, lip scents.
Okay.
You name it. About a dozen.
Okay.
Not a huge number.
Yeah.
But we've got like I say, a good wide variety. We've also got our T-shirts that we'll be selling.
Yep. Saw that.
That's got the
nice looking T-shirts. Got the. Yeah, it's nice. I saw that. Yeah, it's nice. It's got a picture of it.
Lights went out.
Yeah. Where were you when the lights went out?
So we'll be selling our T-shirts out there. We've got Eclipse glasses available for sale as well. So as I say, on Friday night we'll start it off with Riding Shotgun at 6:30, and actually they're going to be playing. Each one of our musical groups will be playing in our new gazebo.
Yeah, I saw that out front there.
Pop started that back last fall, I guess, right before winter. We finally got it finished. He's got a fireplace built in there. I've actually spent a couple of Sundays out there doing birthday parties between Karen and then my son this last weekend.
Okay.
And had a fire going, roasted some hot dogs.
Nice.
And, just enjoyed the beautiful day. But we'll have our bands in the gazebo, Riding Shotgun, Friday night, 6:30 to 8:30. Saturday night will be Justin Reynolds Band, 6:30 to 8:30. And then Sunday night, which, again, we're normally not open on Sunday, but will be this weekend, Chris Rogers will be
local
in the
talent.
gazebo. Local talent.
And most of those are fairly local as well. I know Riding Shotgun and Justin Reynolds.
From Princeton, and Chris is from Princeton. And
all
then,
local talent, really.
Riding Shotgun, they're from Crittenden County.
Yeah, and they play a lot around.
They probably played at our restaurant since I've been around at least a half a dozen times.
Yeah.
Always enjoy Riding Shotgun.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward. Bring a lawn chair out.
Just come hang out.
Pops will have his ice cream wagon out during the afternoon over by the vendors. The vendors are all kind of lined up in David and Karen's front yard along their driveway.
Okay.
He'll have his ice cream trailer out there. He'll be doing his hamburgers, hot dogs, brats, chips, drinks. He's going to move it down to the gazebo before 6:30. and doing the same thing that evening. So if you don't want to have a big meal, just maybe a hot dog or something, or a scoop of ice cream.
Just hit Pop's
it'll
wagon.
be right there within walking distance. Bring your lawn chair out, enjoy some good music, and have a little good food.
Yeah, and just another really nice event, round and about. If you're trying to hit all of them here in the area, just check out what they have going on out at the Breezy, because they put some effort into this. It's their Solarbration, and they want you to come out and experience everything that they have to offer. And Scott, let's kind of wrap up here and talk about. I don't know where I was going with this, but let's talk about some of the things as far as the Breezy is concerned with the Solarbration this Sunday that you're not open. Have you done this before?
Well, we had actually the last Sunday that we were open was on Easter of 2014, which is the day that Christina and I re-met after 30 years.
Wow.
Graduating high school together, not really other than knowing who each other were.
And that's something.
That was about it.
Yeah.
But that was the last Sunday that we were open. So, as far as Sunday is concerned, when we originally made the decision to open up on Sunday, my thinking was, I was looking at it from there's going to be a lot of people here. They got to have some place to eat.
Sure.
So why not?
Mm-hmm.
It just made sense. So, as it stands right now, we don't have a lot of reservations for Sunday. Monday, we have probably close to 90 reservations for lunch on Monday. We've got people calling and emailing and messaging and everything else about wanting reservations for Monday, and we are filling up, but we got plenty of room. So give us a call, 270-365-1234. It's pretty easy phone number.
Easy to remember, yeah.
Give us a call. Make sure you've got a table. And, at approximately 1:20 something or other, if you want to put your fork down and step outside and see
Put down that fork.
total eclipse for 2 minutes and roughly 40 seconds.
I think in Princeton about 1:23 is what somewhere around
now,
there.
I've seen 2:39, 2 minutes 39 seconds.
Yep, that's about right. 2:39 to 2:40. Yeah, somewhere around there. That second, you can kind of go 1/1000 and then boom.
Right.
Oh, there's the difference. but it's it's going to be neat, and obviously we don't know. What kind of influx we're going to have as far as traffic, but it sounds like you got a heck of a Monday lined up there.
We do.
And hopefully we'll have some traffic this weekend. I'm sure there will start being an influx of folks. We'll start seeing it here.
I think we'll start seeing them trickle in today.
Yeah.
I do believe we will. And I think every day up to Monday, it's just going to gradually.
I think so. I want my car counter. If anybody's listening, can get me a car. I'm trying to run down a car counter. I think they're car counters anyway. They just stretch across the street, and there's a box that's attached to it. I think it'd be interesting to see how many cars come pass in front of the radio station. So if somebody's out there listening and can somehow figure out a way to get a car counter in front of here, I'd love to have it. So, but Scott, thank you so much.
Thank
I know it's a wonderful restaurant and a wonderful thing for us to have in this community. And folks, if you have not been and you live here in the area, give it a try, because I think I'm going to go out and do the endless pizza today. That sounds good to me. I haven't had
one made
pizza
just for you, Ty.
that sounds great. So head on out and check out everything. How did the sweet tea always free? That's what I was. That's what I was going. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Yeah, let's talk about that.
That's kind of an unusual thing.
It is. Let's talk about that real quick before I let you go. I've always wanted to ask about that.
Yeah. Any time you come in and sit down and have a meal, and your sweet tea's on us.
Hey, that is awesome. You can't beat that. I mean, that's great.
Even regular tea.
Yeah. So
Doesn't have to be sweet.
check it out, folks. Many of us have been out to Adams Breezy Hill Farm, but it is a wonderful restaurant, wonderful atmosphere, great service, and good friends and hometown folks. And you'll experience dining at its best at Adams Breezy Hill Farm. Go out this weekend, check out their Solarbration, and just remember to visit often. Yeah, the sweet tea is always free at Adams, and everything is always what? Easy?
Oh, life's always
Liz
easy
easy?
when you're hanging at the Breezy.
There you go. Love it. Life's always easy when you're hanging at the Breezy. Thanks, Scott.
All right, thank you,
and
Ty.
y'all have a great weekend out there, and appreciate everything you all do, the hard work, and just enjoy the weekend with your Solarbration.
Sounds great.
All right, that's Scott Evans on our Business Spotlight. We are spotlighting Adams Breezy Hill Farm here in Princeton. They're having their Solarbration. That begins with a Fury tomorrow, and it will last all the way through Monday. They will have vendors and, of course, their delicious food and music under the on the gazebo out there. So check it out. Bring your lawn chair and spend the day at Adams Breezy Hill Farm for their Solarbration this weekend. It's 8:34. That's going to do it for our Business Spotlight on Tiger Talk. You're listening to Tiger Talk on your hometown radio station, WPKY The Tiger.
Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Cadiz is the place to shop for delicious homemade goodness. Hancock's makes their own fresh chicken salad, pimento cheese, salads, and a variety of mouth-watering desserts sure to please your entire family. While at Hancock's, be sure to visit their meat department for the best selection of USDA choice meats in the area. Hancock's Neighborhood Market in Cadiz, hometown, homemade goodness, and the Hancock name you know and trust for quality for your family. Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Cadiz.